think having spoken a bit about procurement's aspiration to be at the boardroom table, I think it's only fair and reasonable to contemplate procurement's broader responsibility to society and to economies. And I think there are a couple of thoughts to contemplate. Africa, in excess of 1 billion people, poverty issues, education issues, literacy issues, challenges numerous. I think procurement, by way of its role in stimulating economies, I mean, there's often talk and plenty of research that reflects the role of small business in economies. I think as procurement leaders, we have a role and a responsibility to play to developing those environments and those entities that help economies. I think there's also an argument around our proactiveness in certain of the industrial participation programs in terms of whether it's local or African development. Supply chain in itself around logistics continues to be one of the challenges of moving of goods, services. So once again, procurement can influence those infrastructures, be it bulk commodities, be it professional services commodities. I think, like with our investment in the South African Supplier Diversity Council, we need to make similar investments as professionals, procurement professionals, at a time level towards developing suppliers. I mean, I've been involved with Black economic empowerment since 1997. And the trials and tribulations have to be seen in the context of where you're starting off from. And the encouragement is really from where you want to be. There is no immediate gratification. There is no immediate quick fix. And I think procurement, and you're probably wondering to yourself, now, where in the procurement realm should all of this sit and how can we act this out? I think there's very legitimate space within the strategic sourcing. If you go to conventional strategic sourcing, it talks about supplier options, supplier preferencing, and suppliers' decision making. All of that needs to be tempered to cater for a short and a long-term view around strategic suppliers. What is strategic? Strategic has to be where there's a level of African investment, African growth. You cannot just be reliant on a consumption economy. You've got to be a producing economy. And I think procurement professionals need to play that kind of role to see how do I become a catalyst for production and for beneficiation, and driving, together with industrial participation programs, supplier selection on that basis, and supplier development. I think it's just not the case of, select and leave. It has to be the ongoing development, the mentoring, and measurement. I think measurement's an important element of all of this, because what gets measured gets managed, to put it simply. And certainly with the strategic sourcing methodology, the other thing that plays out is the legitimacy of your criteria. The classic thing of what you want determines the bulk of what happens thereafter.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.